a careless word, an action that seems harmless, or just a simple trip. Sometimes these are the very things that can make your old age feel heavier than ever. Old age, a stage of life that every one of us will reach someday. But not everyone knows how to live it with peace, lightness, and true meaning. There are things that, if you do not recognize them in time, could slowly pull you into a spiral of loneliness, illness, and emotional pain. And it is not because you are weak. It is because society, your children, and even you yourself have unknowingly forgotten something important. That old age deserves to be treated like a vibrant season, not a quiet ending. In today's video, I am going to share with you 3 things you should never say, 3 actions you should avoid, and 3 places older people should not visit if you want your later years to be the best time of your life, a journey filled with peace, respect, and happiness. Before we dive in, go ahead and leave a positive affirmation in the comments below. Something simple to declare your intention and attract good energy into your life. It could be something like, "I choose to live in peace and happiness every day," or any other wish that comes from your heart. Think of it as a message to the universe that you are ready to welcome beautiful things into your life. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you will not miss any content like this. Let's build a space full of positive energy where we can all grow and thrive together. Now, just as I promised, I am going to reveal to you the 3 things you should absolutely never say in your later years. 1. Stop repeating stories from the past. Stop going on and on about stories from the past. Because no matter how glorious or painful they may have been, the past is just a part of the journey we have already walked through. It is not a place where we are meant to live forever. Old stories can be meaningful when shared once or twice, as a way to reflect or pass on a lesson. But if you repeat them too often, not only will it exhaust the people listening, but you will also end up trapping yourself in a never-ending loop. Especially if the story carries sadness, regret, or anger. The more you tell it, the more those negative emotions get stirred up. And instead of finding relief, you may just drag your spirit down. A lot of older people feel lonely and hold on to old memories just to feel like they still matter, that they still have something to share. And that is completely understandable. But instead of dwelling on the same old stories, why not talk about today? Maybe something you just learned or something new you just tried. Life still has so many beautiful things waiting for you, no matter your age. Be someone who preserves beautiful memories, not someone who lives stuck in them. Your children and grandchildren will cherish you more if you inspire them with your joy for life, rather than looking back on the past with blame or sorrow in your eyes. You deserve a full present and a peaceful future. Every single day is a new opportunity to live differently, with more joy, more lightness, and more meaning. 2. Stop constantly complaining about your health. Stop complaining endlessly about your health, because the truth is, it does not make you any healthier. All it does is make you feel weaker in your own eyes. Everyone feels tired or sore sometimes, especially as we get older. But if all you ever talk about is your pain or illness, you are unknowingly programming your mind with a negative belief. I am weak. I am sick. And you know what? The mind is incredibly powerful. What it believes, the body will begin to reflect. Constant complaining pulls you into a cycle of negativity. It drains the people around you and it drowns you in anxiety. Instead of focusing on your aching back or stiff joints, why not try a few gentle stretches in the morning? Instead of saying, "Food does not taste good anymore," see it as a chance to explore healthy dishes that nourish your body and excite your taste buds. Health is not just about medicine, it also lives in your mindset. A grateful, optimistic soul that keeps trying every day will help the body heal faster than any pill. So, choose to talk about the positive things, even the smallest ones. Share that you walked 5 more minutes today, or that you slept better than you did yesterday. That is how you build trust in your health and in your life. Just remember, you do not have to be perfect. You just need to be a little better than you were yesterday. Do not become a victim of illness. Be a warrior, even if it is a quiet, gentle one. Third, stop speaking badly about your children or others. Stop speaking badly about your children or anyone else, because sometimes our words can cut deeper than a knife. Older people have lived through so much, and that experience makes it easier to spot the mistakes of the younger generation. But if all you do is point out their flaws, criticize, or talk behind their backs, it does not help anyone grow. In fact, it only drives your family further apart and leaves you feeling more isolated and hurt. Think about it. A harsh word spoken today could spread farther than you expect. It could hurt the one you are talking about and also make others around you feel cautious and distant. Little by little, no one will want to open up to you anymore. The older we get, the more we need to hold on to wisdom and kindness, to be a role model for those who come after us. Instead of gossiping or complaining, try offering gentle, thoughtful feedback. If your children or grandchildren do something wrong, wait for a calm moment and speak to them with love and understanding. Everyone has struggles, and sometimes others cannot see what they are going through. A harsh word can push them away, but a kind word can bring them back closer. And above all, do not let negativity weigh down your heart. Choose peace. Choose to share positive stories instead. You will find yourself feeling lighter, happier, and far more loved by those around you. There is one more thing that is just as important, yet often overlooked: the places we should avoid visiting once we enter our later years. Because the places you choose to go often reflect the kind of life you are moving toward, and sometimes simply staying away from a few unsuitable places can help you protect your health, your peace of mind, and even your character. Let us keep exploring. 1. Avoid places with high security risks. Avoiding places with high security risks is one of the simplest ways to protect the peace you have spent a lifetime building. When we were younger, we could afford to take risks, to explore, to try new things. But as we grow older, the goal is no longer to chase after more thrills, but to hold on to safety, both physical and emotional. Places known for theft, scams, violence, or even just disorder and lack of control all carry risks that can lead to danger, fear, or even heavy losses. It takes just one careless moment in the wrong place and you could lose your wallet, your ID, or your money. But even worse than losing your belongings is losing your sense of trust and safety, which is incredibly precious at this stage of life. What is more alarming is that older adults are often easy targets simply because they tend to move slower, let their guard down, or trust too easily. That is why you need to be mindful when choosing where to live, where to spend your time, and where to go day to day. Prioritize areas with strong community values, good security systems, friendly neighbors, and a healthy environment. Living safely is not just about avoiding danger. It is about being able to enjoy every day without fear or worry. 2. Avoid places that are not good for your health. Staying away from places that are not suitable for your health is not just a wise choice. It is an act of deep self-love. Old age is like a vehicle that has traveled thousands of miles. It can still go the distance, but it needs more careful maintenance. Places that are too cold, too hot, too damp, full of smoke or pollution, these are silent enemies that slowly wear down your health, sometimes before you even realize it. Just one night of poor sleep due to the weather, or one day with a cold, can leave you drained for days. And it is not just the physical environment. The energy of a place matters too. Crowded, dark, or emotionally suffocating places are signs that your body and mind are crying out for help. In older age, you no longer have the strength to adapt to every kind of environment like you did when you were young. And that is not a weakness. It is wisdom. So choose places that are cool, clean, surrounded by greenery, with natural light and fresh air. A gentle and pleasant space can help you eat better, sleep deeper, and think more clearly. That is the foundation for a healthy and happy old age. 3. Avoid noisy, chaotic places. Stay away from noisy, chaotic places. Not because you are weak, but because you understand the value of real peace. In our younger years, we may have enjoyed crowds and excitement, but with age, what we truly need is quiet, a space to reflect, to rest our heart after a lifetime of effort. Loud, stressful environments can take a serious toll, not just on your mind, but also on your health, disrupting your sleep, raising your blood pressure, and leaving you feeling tense or irritable. By the time we reach our 60s or 70s, we are no longer suited for places full of noise, drama, and negativity. These places can leave us feeling out of place and unseen, even making us question our own value. So choose instead to be near nature and kind-hearted people. Calm, cozy spaces and meaningful conversations are the best medicine for the soul, because true peace begins from within. 1. Do not spend recklessly, but also do not live too frugally. Do not spend recklessly, but also do not live too frugally. Because growing old is no longer about chasing material things. It is about living with just enough, living peacefully, and finding meaning in the little things. Many people, once they retire, fall into two extremes. One is spending freely without thinking, believing, "I live for today, why worry about tomorrow?" The other is pinching every penny, so afraid of running out of money that they deny themselves even the smallest joys. But you know what? Both of these approaches make old age feel stressful, not enjoyable. If you overspend, you may quickly fall into financial trouble, become dependent on your children, and lose your independence and dignity. But if you are too stingy, you will miss out on joy, the simple pleasures you absolutely deserve after a lifetime of hard work. Spend wisely. Spend on your health, on comfort, and on the things that bring you joy. A good meal, a nice outfit that makes you feel confident, a day trip with old friends, all of these are worthy investments. What matters most is knowing your financial situation and finding the right balance so you can feel secure without feeling deprived. Old age is the time to enjoy life, not to stress over every single dollar or compete for material things. Live in a way that when you look back, you feel glad that you were not too harsh on yourself and not too careless either. 2. Do not neglect your health. Do not neglect your health, because once you reach a certain age, good health is not just a nice to have anymore. It becomes something you must actively protect if you want to live well. After the age of 65, the body is no longer as flexible as it once was, and it recovers much more slowly. A simple cold can last an entire week. A minor fall can lead to months in the hospital. This is not a sign of weakness. It is just the natural course of aging. But the real danger is the mindset some people adopt. I'm already old. Taking care of myself will not change anything. And that belief is what makes their health decline even faster. Skipping meals, avoiding exercise, never getting checkups, or taking medicine without consulting a doctor, these are harmful habits, yet sadly very common. The truth is, just doing the basics, eating on time, walking for 15 minutes every morning, getting enough sleep, and following your doctor's advice can create a strong shield to protect you in your golden years. Remember this, taking care of your health is not something you only do when you are sick. It is something you do every single day. When you are healthy, everything else feels lighter, from playing with your grandkids to going on a short trip or even just making yourself a quiet cup of tea in the morning. 3. Do not isolate yourself. Do not isolate yourself because no matter your age, people still need connection. We all need to be heard and loved. Many people, once they pass the age of 65, begin to withdraw. Maybe it is due to declining health, not wanting to bother others, or feeling like they no longer belong in a fast-moving world. They go out less, stop socializing, lose interest in gatherings, and slowly confine themselves to their home, quietly watching the world through the window. It may look peaceful, but that silence over time becomes the doorway to loneliness, depression, and even memory loss. Isolating yourself is like locking your heart away. No one can reach in and nothing can shine out. You might think you are used to being alone, but the truth is, just one simple conversation, one warm hug from your grandchildren, or a coffee chat with an old friend can bring your spirit back to life. Science has shown that older adults who maintain positive social relationships live longer, are happier, and suffer fewer illnesses. So do not hesitate to pick up the phone and call an old friend, join a Tai Chi class, go to a senior center, or just chat with your neighbors in the afternoon. You are not alone. As long as you are willing to open your heart, the world is always ready to welcome you back. Old age is not the final chapter, it is a brand new one, a time where you get to slow down, go deeper, and truly reconnect with yourself. But to fully enjoy this chapter, we must learn to let go of what no longer serves us. Do not say things that weigh you down. Do not do things that drain your energy. Do not go to places that disturb your peace of mind. These are small choices, but they lead to big peace. You may not be able to control aging, but you can absolutely control how you live through it. Choose kind words, choose gentle actions, choose peaceful places. Let every day of your later years be a day worth living, filled with love, calm, and freedom from within. If you found these messages meaningful, leave a comment below as a little reminder to yourself. I choose to live peacefully and positively every single day. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue this journey together. Because growing old is never lonely when we walk this path side by side, sharing a beautiful way of living.